Hello guys, so the time has finally come. I am about to listen to Schizophrenic, the debut album by Mr. Chasez, also known as the best vocalist out of a boy band to ever exist. I said what I said, and don't argue with me, because if you disagree, you are incorrect. By the way, let me just say it is insane to me how perfectly this lined up, because I've had this album reaction planned to do today for probably 3 or 4 months at this point, and this just happens to be the week where nsync reunites. What are the odds?
See, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but you know, I'm so creative like that.
I'm so proud of myself, and I really hope JC takes this opportunity to step away from the cat food and bless us with more vocals and just social media presence, all of the above. You guys know what I mean. Lastly, if you guys would like to see this reaction completely uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Alright, Some Girls Dance with Women, which I have reacted to, by the way.
The door is coming off the hinges. I line up outside, know that it's hot in here because the club is full of women. It's wall to wall and I got my crew with me. Nice and slow, watch you roll. You know how I like it, baby girl, 'cause you know.
I just feel like I'm smack in the middle of an early 2000s rom-com. Of course, I do know it's from the early 2000s. I'm just pointing out how on the nose the sound is.
I find your playfulness appealing. The cat and mouse chase on your mark, get ready, go. What's your name, girl? Try your luck and spin the wheel. All charged up on what you feel. Making a pro, trying to keep it real. I wanna take you home. Yeah,
I wanna freak you, mommy. We are so in the early 2000s. Okay, so I still feel the same way about that song as I did the first time I heard it. It's not my favorite, but it's still fun to dance to if you're not paying attention to the lyrical content, which, in my opinion, has not aged very well. To be honest, I think JC would actually agree with me there. I could be wrong, but I feel like he would. Anywho, next up, She Got Me. Already a completely different sound. Ooh. Those background vocals were going off.
She was such a vine, it's like she was designed. Engineer, there's nothing left to perfect her.
Oh, what I would do to hear this live. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Joshua. Yes, I did just call him by his government name. It's giving me a little Michael Jackson with the aggressive vocals here. That was love at first listen for me. In other words, she got me, got me. The vocal performance was obviously incredible, but sonically, he just felt so much more at home there compared to Some Girls Dance with Women. And the quality of the production was much better. I feel like that song's aged very well because it could have easily come out today with, you know, a little bit more modernized production. And I don't think I'd know the difference. Alright, next up, 100 Ways. Once again, completely different sound. I'm understanding the album title now, even though that also has not aged well. JC said, "What's a genre? I don't know what that is." Oh, okay. Oh. I'm getting a visual.
I don't wanna wait, 'cause she's such a sexy dame. I just can't control my thing.
I am dead.
Like this. It takes a while to go through all the
When the James Brown just happened.
like to spend the day.
Also, I am a dumbass. I just realized he's saying not 99, not 98 because it's 100 ways. I was so confused about that lyric. So I really appreciated 100 Ways as a song overall. I just love how carefree he was with it. And there are so many interesting things going on vocally. It kept me on my toes the entire time. And it was like every section was somehow completely different from the previous. That said, the reason I didn't love the song on my initial listen is more so to do with the production. I just felt the instrumentation was lacking a little compared to what JC was doing vocally. Next up, we have Mercy. How many different... It never ends.
No, I need mercy. It's the insanity eating up the man in me, girl. I need mercy. All of my fires, my burning desire for you. See, I need mercy. And it's just so
Again with the background vocals. This one is getting progressively better for me.
I pray one day that you will be with me, girl. I would never let you go. I pray to God I'd hold you again.
Yet another track I only wish I could hear live.
Mercy, mercy, yeah. Mercy, mercy, baby. Mercy, baby. Mercy, mercy, yeah.
Bringing in that guitar completely changed the vibe of the song, made it so much more sultry, which is what he was going for the entire time. So nice choice. Okay, so I ended up really enjoying Mercy, and it's kind of funny how after I complained about the lack of synths in 100 Ways, it's followed up by Mercy, which has a bunch of synths in there. JC's one step ahead of me, apparently. In the beginning of the song, I wasn't sure if I was going to love it because it did seem a little all over the place, but everything kind of settled into place. It was a more electronic approach to an R&B track, so he was doing a lot vocally, but I think it worked just fine there. And next up, we have Build My World, which I recently reacted to live performance of. Have not heard the studio version, but I remember liking the song, so let's see how the studio version holds up.
Clear my eyes, it's the morning after. Did I fall in love or did I find disaster? Take
I already like it.
to breathe. I pick my heart up off my sleeve, yeah. Build my world around.
Oh, that movement.
Until I find someone. I'll be the lonely one until I find.
Let me just reiterate. This man is a f***ing master at stacking vocals. Excuse my French, but it must be said, in addition to writing, producing, and ad-libbing, all the harmonies, all the doubles and triples and quadruples, and so on, they're all so clean. Even when they are intentionally messy, they're always so clean.
I've been fearing consequence.
Wait a minute.
Expose the truth and give yourself to love.
Why does this bridge sound like a graduation speech? Is it just me?
We learn to fly. It's a blur that moves right in.
I feel motivated.
Moves that dotted lines your heart and mind. It's amazing. Surrender all to love until I find the world.
Alright, so Build My World, still a favorite of mine, and the studio version did not disappoint. However, I honestly still prefer the live performance. I just love what he did vocally there, and that's kind of been my point every time I've mentioned wishing I could see some of these songs live. I'd just be so curious to see how he changes up the arrangements and what ad-libs he does differently. all that good stuff. All right, next up, something special.
Can you feel it, baby? 'Cause it's alright. Got me burning for you.
Burning?
Babe.
I don't know if that's a good sign. Where are you burning, JC? Where? That's my question. Do I need to call a doctor? Why did my mind go there? I don't know, but I'm concerned.
Enough of your love, 'cause you give me fever, darling. Ooh, 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 yeah. 'Cause you're something special, something special, something special.
What was that? I'm assuming this is the outro. Definitely my favorite part of the song. Okay, so with Something Special, there were parts of that song I enjoyed. In fact, I thought the outro was absolutely gorgeous. But overall, I had a similar issue with that song as I did 100 Ways. The production just fell short for me. However, with Something Special, I wasn't too crazy about the verses either. I thought those could have been stronger. But what I did enjoy was hearing him sing delicately. All right, next up, If You Were My Girl.
Yeah.
I can't lie, I have been enjoying these synth pop JC songs.
Dangerous girls that she gets a swerve on her. You ready for havoc? Right now, you know it ain't right. I've been waiting for you all damn night. So baby, come over. Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
I've been very happy with these outros. He's giving these tracks time to breathe. Am I his girl? No. But he pleased me with that song. Again, loved the production, and I'm a little shocked by how much I'm enjoying JC over these more electronic synth-led songs. I just didn't expect that to be the case, but he's making them a little more rock and roll, and it's working for me. I am still a little upset that we didn't get an official guitar solo, but I'm not too upset because I thought what they did with the guitar was good enough. It'll suffice, but I just personally wish that song would have had like a 30 to 40 second guitar solo. That would have been the cherry on top. All right, next up, Shake It.
This electricity, it's too much for me. This electricity.
I am at a loss for words. Well, that was a song. My goodness, I was not expecting that. In all honesty, that track did not work for me on my initial listen. I just felt like JC and the instrumentation were on two completely different pages, and there was never any crossover. The song was meant to be quite sensual, and he was singing very softly, and I feel like the song could have benefited from instrumentation that matched his vibe. But instead we had sensual meets circus, and I don't know about that one. Next up, we have All Day Long, I Dream About Sex, which I have reacted to. Okay, let's go. I'm instantly picturing the music video. Honestly, that chorus is iconic. It's iconic. You know, what's wild to me is I don't hate the song, as ridiculous as it is. It's so unapologetically ridiculous that I kind of love it. This is kind of feeling a little 80s to me. I wonder how JC feels about this song today. Oh, I'd love to ask him. Okay, so with that song, I don't think it's ever going to be a favorite of mine, but it's a song I can appreciate from a distance. I just think it's hilarious, you know, it is so ridiculous, and I think it's a very self-aware song in that regard. It kind of reminds me of LMFAO and the music they made. It gave me very much Sexy and I Know It vibes. That said, once again, the production here just didn't do it for me, and believe it or not, the chorus is my favorite part of that song. It's catchy, you gotta admit that. Also, he looked so cute in that music video, in the white ensemble. Alright, next up we have One Night Stand.
Say, sweet thing. You know I couldn't help but notice you looking all good over here.
Yeah.
I was wondering, do you wanna it makes me weak, baby.
Oh.
To hear you speak, baby. Girl, you got me all day.
Finish the sentence, JC.
I'm gonna take you on a ride, make you wanna jump and kiss the sky. I'm gonna take you 40,000 high, just cause you're my girl tonight. Just relax, baby, don't be shy, cause it's a feeling that you can't deny. I'm gonna keep you steady, satisfied, just cause you're my girl tonight. Just relax, baby, don't be shy, don't be shy, cause it's a feeling that you can't deny. Baby, I'll be your guy. I'm gonna keep you steady, satisfied, just cause you're my girl tonight. You can't deny, just cause you're my girl tonight.
The bass on that track was insane. So I did enjoy that track, except for two things. One, the conversational portions. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. I just wasn't a huge fan of it there. And secondly, the chorus. I was not a fan of the chorus, but everything else I loved, actually. All right, next up, Come to Me. Now I'm getting some Eurythmics vibes.
All of my desires waiting for someone to hold. So come to me, so come to me.
Okay, this is promising.
I'm waiting up the storm, 'cause when I'm all alone, I imagine lying face to face, inhaling every breath you take. I lie awake and masturbate. I love to hear the sounds you make. Baby, here I come.
Well, yeah, I guess you are about to come. I cannot believe what I just heard.
This is nasty.
You're kidding me with these harmonies. Okay, Come to Me is easily another favorite of mine. I loved everything about that track except for the high-pitched synth during the chorus. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I thought it sounded a little cheap, to be honest, and that song is so great in my opinion. I just wish a few things were done differently production-wise. Honestly, I wish it was remixed. I just think it deserves much better production quality because that song could have been a hit, in my opinion, but I'm not letting that take away from my enjoyment of it. Also, JC is an icon for that masturbation line. That was gold. Alright, next up, Dear Goodbye, which I know a lot of you have mentioned, so I have a good feeling about this one.
Shattered by impressions of confessions in defeat, my broken heart, crying, desperate, fighting questions, scared to let go.
Sing.
Beautiful.
Alright. Yep, I get the hype. Already loving this one.
Exhausted of apologies, in search of something comforting, but the days go by and
Loving these live drums, by the way.
better brought out the best and worst in me.
Ooh, okay, that was a masterpiece, in my opinion. And judging by how many of you have mentioned that song previously, I'm imagining most of you share that opinion. A vocal masterclass, but also the instrumentation came through. It matched his energy. And that song is a perfect example of what he's truly capable of as a solo artist. With that song, he nearly had me mourning a relationship I've not been in. Wild. Just wild. Alright, everything you want.
The shame is in the greed. No, no. The distance of being just out of reach is taking its effect on me. Why do I feel the needs of guilty tendencies? Living in a fantasy world, trying to digest the fact that having everything can make you happy. Work so hard, fill the void.
Wow.
Insecurity. I've become the killer. Restless,
He is really calling himself out with this one.
who needs it anyway?
I respect it.
The more you get, the more you want. Have it. Everything you want, you just can't have it all.
So one of the main things I want to point out after hearing that song is just how incredibly versatile he is as a vocalist. I've said it many times before, and I will continue to, because that was a completely different vocal from the one we got in Dear Goodbye, but they were equally as strong, and he equally committed to each sound. So yeah, loved that song vocally. Wasn't a huge fan of the production. I'm not sure what exactly, but I just thought it needed something more. But what I will say is that's been one of my favorites lyrically. Yeah, lyrically, it's one of the best on the album, in my opinion. Alright, Lose Myself. Are we slowing things down again?
Because I'm endlessly falling, you're destiny calling, what you're making me do. It's all because I lose myself in you.
That call and response with the background vocals was such a nice touch.
I see the beauty in your strength, baby, and you fight to keep me, yeah. But I break down your walls with my army of love. Take a journey through my heart to test the faith.
Love that run.
As we hold each other close, our spirits gravitate. If you share with me, then I'll find you, and I'll meet you there, down to nowhere. Down to nowhere.
Hanging the strings back in.
Lose myself, yeah.
Okay, that was another R&B serve from JC, and I did not see that coming after Everything You Want, but I'm glad it came. And we got more of his delicate vocals there, which I'm also happy about. There's also something very classic feeling about that song. Very 90s, I mean. But that doesn't surprise me because we all know JC has done his homework as far as R&B goes. So, of course he could just pull out a song like that. All right, next up, right here by your side.
Yeah. Tell me how long were we together before we got together? Oh, oh. Pull you close to me, you feel so nice. We'll stay up sipping on red wine. The red stains on your lips, my
His vocals are sounding amazing here.
I'll be right here by your side. So close to me.
I'm glad that song didn't overstay its welcome. It was on the shorter side, and I think that was the right choice, just because he said everything he needed to say, and there would have been no reason to drag it out. I didn't dislike the song, but I also didn't love it. On my initial listen, it was kind of middle of the road for me. But honestly, I think I would have enjoyed it even more if it were just acoustic. And yeah, lastly, we have Blowin' Me Up With Her Love, which I have reacted to. Let's get into it.
Saw you around the other day. Shorty, she was all the way.
Vocal slayage for no reason. We have come to the end of the album, and that was a very fun journey. I knew going into this that I'd probably have mixed feelings about a lot of the songs on this album, but overall I just had so much fun listening to the full project from JC because I love this man so much, which if you've been watching my videos for some time and didn't already know that, I'd be concerned. After sharing my thoughts on the tracks individually, I don't feel like there's anything more I have to say in regard to the album overall that I haven't already said, so I will just share which were my favorites. We have She Got Me, Mercy, Build My World, If You Were My Girl, Come to Me, and Dear Goodbye. Oh, and Lose Myself. And if I had to pick a top 3 right now, I'd say Mercy, If You Were My Girl, and Dear Goodbye. Come to Me and If You Were My Girl are kind of on the same level, so subject to change of course. Guys, please do leave your honest thoughts on this album below and let me know what your favorite tracks were. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!